Hi, my name is Corey Minter, and I'm the president of Trinity Employment Specialists. Trinity specializes in the healthcare field. We are a staffing agency in Tulsa and in Oklahoma City that specializes in staffing for healthcare professionals. And today I want to talk real quickly to you about hiring medical office managers. Medical office managers are one of the most important roles for a medical clinic or a hospital. And the reason is because I believe and I've watched them create revenue for clinics, control their turnover rate, or they can decrease revenue for clinics and really just destroy the turnover rate. Office managers also have either a great process system that they set up for the clinic, or they create a chaotic type of environment within your clinic. I think that they are one of the most important roles. As a healthcare staffing specialist, Trinity works with medical office managers all of the time, and we can easily tell the medical managers, the office managers that are exceptional, that are just okay, and that are just downright not probably a good thing for that medical clinic. So I want to talk to you today about a few things that I have noticed that would define a good office manager. And it's also something that we recruit for regularly. So let's take a look at these things, see if they might be able to help you, and I definitely want you to consider making them a guideline for hiring your next office manager if that's what you're looking for. The first thing is your medical office manager creates the atmosphere in the clinic that you operate. And we watch this over and over again. If you have an office manager that is very detailed, they will most likely hire a detailed staff that keep everything in order, create drama, eliminate drama, and they will have a good, solid running clinic. It's so important that you have a healthy atmosphere, because we have seen, and I'm sure as a healthcare specialist yourself, I'm sure that you have noticed when a clinic or a hospital has a poor atmosphere. Morale is down, they're generally not organized. Most people over time create a feeling of just not caring, and that rubs off on the patients. The patients now have an ability to review your clinic or hospital. And if you have bad reviews, it reduces your patients that want to come into your clinic. It is just like a snowball of events. But what is so important to remember is that snowball of events generally is going to start with your office manager. So if you have someone who is great in that position, it will most likely generate revenue for you as a medical clinic. It will create a healthy atmosphere. You'll be able to retain employees, which save you lots of money. And you're going to be able to bring in more patients just because you're going to have solid, positive reviews online about your medical clinic or hospital. So hiring these medical office managers are so important. So let's take a look at a couple of other things that I think that you can utilize in considering your next medical office manager. I mentioned this just briefly in our last little segment, but office managers control the turnover rate within every clinic. And the reason that this is so important, a study was done not long ago by Walmart, and they did an assessment to try to figure out how much money do they lose every time they hire a cashier, and that cashier stays roughly around 3 or 4 months, and then they quit. And Walmart says that if a cashier making $10 or $11 an hour works for them for 3 months and then quits, Walmart considers that to be an $11,000 loss in training expense, finally getting them up to being a competent, good running, smooth running employee, and then all of a sudden losing them. And so I think that that's important for many clinics and businesses to consider, is that we have so many people who do not consider the actual revenue that is lost every time a turnover is created. And as a medical healthcare staffing specialist, we work with many clinics. And I can promise you, we have some clinics that have a very high turnover rate. Well, when you consider that they're probably losing $11,000 on average for every person that they terminate or that they lose, and they're losing roughly 1 to 3 people a month, Walmart would consider that to be a $30,000 a month loss. And so it's so important for medical clinics and hospitals to hire high quality office managers for their medical clinics. As a healthcare staffing specialist, I can tell you the office manager is usually the common denominator of in the success or the decline of any medical clinic. The next thing is that any medical office manager who is good at what they do can create revenue for the clinic. The office manager, they're not just going to be managing in most medium-sized medical clinics, they're not just going to be managing the clinical side, but they'll also have something to they'll have some kind of operational control over the billing cycle. And so a good office manager is going to have the clinic running smoothly, and they're also going to have the medical billing cycle hitting all of its metrics that it needs to meet to make sure that the clinic is reimbursed for every dollar that they have billed for. And many times the office manager dictates this. They have control over this, or they don't have control over this. But you need to make sure that the person that you have in place as your medical office manager, that they have control over your revenue cycle and for your clinical side. And I realize that many clinics that might be listening to this, they have it broken up. But I'm really kind of addressing your smaller to mid-sized clinics where your office managers have an umbrella of influence over the entirety of the clinic. But if you hire a good quality office manager, they will be able to increase your revenue and at the same time increase in the way that patients see your clinic by way of reviews, and they'll bring in more patients to your clinic. A good office manager is a really great thing for each individual clinic. If you make sure that your office manager encompasses these traits, everything will expand, is what you should expect, and revenue should go up, patient satisfaction will increase, employee morale will increase, and you will also see a reduction in your turnover rates. These are guarantees if you have the right high quality office manager in place. As a staffing specialist in the healthcare industry and as a staffing agency in Tulsa and in Oklahoma City areas, we have firsthand accounts with many office managers. And I can assure you that good, high-quality office managers just make a world of difference in each individual clinic. If you will follow some of these suggestions and pay attention to some of the ideas in which they can generate revenue and increase your clinic, I think that it will help you to decide whether or not you have a good, high-quality office manager or not. We would love to help you find someone if you are ever in need. Please give us a call as a healthcare staffing agency that really focuses on the quality of your needs. If we can help you, give us a call, 918-622-2588. Thank you.